What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, or welcome if this is your first time here. As you can see behind me, we got a pretty good snowfall last night. Actually, it is about, I would say, about 5 inches deep, and they're predicting that we're going to get a little bit more, and the temperature is going to start dropping tonight and get pretty cold tonight, but even colder next week. I have the temperature, the weather app here on my phone that we'll take a look at. It says that it is 34 degrees right now, but it's going to be dropping throughout the day and going to get down to about the upper 20s tonight. Tomorrow is looking good though, at 52 degrees for a high and 39 for a low, and the rest of the week is looking pretty good also as far as the temperatures goes. They're giving rain for Thursday. However, the big change is going to come Sunday, next Sunday, not this Sunday but next Sunday, and we're supposed to get down to 16 degrees for a low. And 16 degrees for a low for this area is extremely cold. And guys, this snow isn't really anything to worry about. It will melt off in a couple of days because of the temperature is going to be in the 50s tomorrow. It's supposed to be here according to my phone app anyways. The weather here, as they say, if you don't like it, wait around for a couple of hours and it will change. But right now, the big thing is that most of the people here in my area, in my county, are out of power. The power went off last night here where I'm at about 4:30, 4:45, somewhere in there last night. I know it kept on blinking off and on while I was asleep, and it would when it would blink off and on, the phone would ding ding and wake me up. So that's how I knew that the electricity was having problems at that time. I woke up this morning and the power is off, and I made a few calls and found out that the power isn't off just here, but it's out over most of the county. I made a video a few days ago about surviving a winter power outage. Now the temperatures we got now at 34, if you're indoors and got some blankets, you'll be just fine, but in other areas it's going to be even colder. And like I said, next Sunday it's going to be down to way below freezing, way below normal for this area at this time of the year. But you can see over here, guys, at these power lines, you can see the snow on the power lines, weighting those lines down, and that snow gets on those power lines and weights those down and makes electricity go off. That, or you can see the snow gets on these trees, and the trees actually fall down over top of the power lines and break those down. I don't know how long it'll be for to get the power back up, but it'll probably be most of the day into tomorrow, most likely, because like I said, according to the reports I'm getting here, this wide area here is without power, and a lot of people, unfortunately, aren't prepared. Even where I'm at, you know, used to be people were prepared in the rural areas, but not mainly now. The advantage to the rural areas is less people. As far as being prepared goes, most people in a lot of the rural areas anymore aren't any more prepared than anyone else. They have no food stores, they have no anything, they have no backups or nothing like that going on. And I'm sure that right now a lot of people are sitting in their home without any way to heat, without any way to keep warm, and they're probably getting pretty desperate now, hoping that the power will come back on. And a lot of these people, you know, they have kids at home, the elderly, and people just don't prepare because they think that things are going to keep running as normal forever, and it doesn't take a whole lot to cause a breakdown in the system, whether it be temporary or permanently. You know, this snow, like I said, isn't a whole lot to worry about, but it shows how vulnerable the power grid is, how quickly it can go down. Just a little bit of snow, a little bit of ice, a storm, and the power goes down. And right now we have the power companies will come out and work on the lines and get those back up and get the power back on. But what if something happened and the power is off permanently, or, you know, for several months or even several weeks for that matter? Can you imagine that the panic that would set in, the desperation that would set in, and what would happen during that time if the power was down for, say, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 3 months, 6 months, a year? You know, some kind of an EMP could happen. Some kind of a cyber attack could happen on the power grid. Different things can happen to bring that power grid down for long periods of time. And unfortunately, most people haven't prepared for that, and they haven't even thought about that. And you tell anyone that, and they're like, la 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 la, because they don't want to hear anything. It takes them out of their normal thought process. They don't want to admit that something could happen, because if they admit that something could happen, then they have to prepare. If they don't prepare when they know something could happen, then it's their fault. If they ignore the threat and something happens, they can blame someone else, not blame themselves. Well, I didn't know. But they do know. They're just using that for an excuse not to prepare. Because any one type of a brain has enough sense to know that things happen. Things cause problems. Things cause power outages. Things cause survival situations to happen. Walk around the yard here and see the extent of this snowfall here. This is actually the deepest, thickest snow that we've had here in my area in about 3 winters, I think, best I remember right now. But it is a really thick snow. You can see my boots are covered. Rusty's having a good time, ain't you, bud? You having a good time, Rusty? You like the snow? You're going to get in the house where it's warmer. You like being outside though, don't you, bud? You like being outside, don't you? We'll put you in there where it's warm in a minute, buddy. Yeah. But it is definitely a winter wonderland. I don't really care a whole lot for the snow, actually, myself. Mainly because the driving conditions get bad and people has car crashes and things. People usually get hurt and stuff, so I don't really like the snow because people can't stay home. Like I said, they haven't prepared. They can know something's coming and they'll still yet not have anything on hand to see them through a few days till the snow melts off and the road conditions improve. And they get out and drive, get in the ditch. They get out and have wrecks and things. You turn on a police scanner and listen to the calls, and in weather like this, you know, you'll have 8 or 10 crash ups here in this area. You can see behind me the trees and the snow. But anyway, guys, I want to give you a little update of what was going on here and talk about the power outages and the importance of being prepared. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed the video, if you did, give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe, turn notifications so you'll be notified as soon as I upload a new video. Also, guys, if you haven't went to my website yet, at creekmore.com, go over there and check out the hundreds of free articles and resources on that website. My voice is giving out again, guys. Anyway, thanks for watching. Creekmore. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys next video, hopefully.